Hello, I'm here with you tonight. I know what you're carrying. You're living with invisible illness, an illness that other people can't see, an illness that doesn't show up on your body in ways that make sense to the world. You look fine from the outside. You look healthy. You look normal. But inside, you're sick. Inside, you're struggling. Inside, you're in pain or exhausted, or your body isn't working, right in 100 different ways that no one can see. And that invisibility creates its own particular kind of suffering. Because when people can't see your illness, they don't believe it, they question it, they minimize it, they think you're exaggerating or being dramatic or just not trying hard enough. They think if you were really sick, they'd be able to tell. They think sick people look a certain way, and you don't look like that, so you must be fine. But you're not fine. You're sick. You're just sick in a way that doesn't show. And that disconnect between how you feel and how you look is exhausting. It's maddening. It's its own form of pain on top of the pain of the illness itself. Maybe you have fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome. Maybe you have an autoimmune disease that causes internal inflammation, but no external signs. Maybe you have POTS or dysautonomia, or one of those conditions where your body systems don't regulate properly. Maybe you have chronic migraines or nerve pain or a connective tissue disorder. Maybe you have mental illness that's just as debilitating as any physical disease. Maybe you have digestive issues or hormonal problems or chronic pain with no visible cause. Maybe you have several invisible illnesses stacking on top of each other. Whatever it is, the common thread is this: people can't see it. And because they can't see it, they don't understand it. They don't believe it. They don't accommodate it. They expect you to function like a healthy person because you look like a healthy person. And that expectation is crushing. You might be lying here in physical pain right now, pain that's very real to you, but invisible to everyone else. Your muscles might ache. Your joints might hurt. Your head might be pounding. Your nerves might be firing incorrectly. Your body might feel heavy and wrong and difficult to inhabit. But if someone looked at you, they wouldn't know. They'd see someone lying in bed. They wouldn't see the pain. Or maybe, right now, you're exhausted, not regular tired, not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, but that bone-deep, cellular exhaustion that comes with certain illnesses. The kind where your body feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds, where even lying here doing nothing takes effort, where you're so tired you can't think straight. But people don't see exhaustion. They see someone resting and think, you're fine. Maybe your symptoms are quiet tonight, but your mind is loud. You're thinking about all the times you've had to explain yourself today, all the times you've had to defend your illness, all the times you've had to prove you're really sick, all the times people looked at you skeptically or dismissively or with frustration, all the energy you spent trying to make people understand something they can't see. You might be angry, furious that you have to justify your own experience of your own body, furious that people think they know better than you whether you're sick, furious that looking healthy is somehow held against you, furious that you're expected to be grateful for your invisible illness, as if it's better than visible disability, when really it just means you're disbelieved constantly. You might be sad. Grieving the understanding you'll never get from most people. Grieving the validation that comes so easily to those with visible conditions. Grieving the energy you waste defending yourself. Grieving the relationships damaged by people who don't believe you're as sick as you say. You might feel guilty. Guilty for using accessible parking or accommodations when you look fine. Guilty for saying no to things. Guilty for not being able to do what's expected. Guilty for existing in a body that doesn't match people's expectations of illness. You carry guilt that shouldn't be yours to carry. You might feel ashamed. Ashamed that you can't prove your illness. Ashamed that you have good days when you can almost pass as normal. Ashamed that you've started to doubt yourself because everyone else doubts you. Ashamed that you're not sick enough by other people's standards. You might feel alone, profoundly alone, because invisible illness is isolating. People can't see what you're going through, so they can't understand it. You're alone in your pain, alone in your struggle, alone in your body that betrays you in ways no one else can perceive. And beneath all of that is exhaustion, not just physical exhaustion from the illness itself, but exhaustion from having to perform wellness, exhaustion from code switching between your sick self and the self you present to the world, exhaustion from defending and explaining and justifying, exhaustion from being your own advocate constantly, exhaustion from living a double life where you're sick in private and fine in public. So let me say this clearly. Your illness is real. Your pain is real. Your exhaustion is real. Your limitations are real. You're not making it up. You're not exaggerating. You're not being dramatic. You're not weak. You're not lazy. You're sick. The fact that people can't see it doesn't make it less real. What we're going to do for the next hour is be here together with the truth of your experience. I'm not going to tell you to be grateful your illness is invisible instead of visible. I'm not going to tell you that people will eventually understand. I'm not going to tell you that it's a blessing no one can see your suffering. What I'm going to do is stay with you through this night. We're going to breathe together. We're going to bring care to your body that's sick, whether anyone can see it or not. We're going to acknowledge the unique pain of invisible illness, the disbelief, the invalidation, the loneliness, the exhaustion of existing in a body that looks fine but feels terrible. And we're going to help you rest. You don't have to defend yourself here. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to perform wellness. You can just be sick. You can just be tired. You can just be you, with all your invisible struggles visible here in this space. Let's start with breath, not because breathing fixes anything, not because a few deep breaths will make people believe you or make your illness visible, but because your body needs oxygen. Because in this moment, breathing is something you can control when so much feels out of your control. Breathe in slowly through your nose. Count with me as you inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel the air moving into your nostrils. Feel it traveling down into your throat, filling your lungs. Feel your chest expanding. Feel your belly rising. Let yourself fill with this breath. However it comes, that's right. If breathing deeply hurts, take a smaller breath. If your chest feels tight, that's okay. Do what you can. Hold the breath at the top for just a moment. Pause there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice what that feels like. The fullness, the suspension, and then release slowly through your mouth. Count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let the air flow out gradually. Feel your belly falling. Feel your chest lowering. Feel yourself emptying. And pause at the bottom of the exhale before the next breath comes. Let's do that again. In through your nose for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill yourself with air, with oxygen. With this thing, your body knows how to do even when everything else is hard. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And out through your mouth for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The longer exhale helps signal your nervous system that you're safe, even when you don't feel safe in the world. One more cycle. Breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel yourself settling just slightly. Not fixing anything, not proving anything, just settling, just breathing, just here. Your body is working so hard right now. Even lying still, your body is managing illness that people can't see. Let's check in with what your body is feeling right now. Not to judge it or explain it to anyone. Just to notice. Just to acknowledge what's really happening in your body, whether anyone else believes it or not. Notice your head. Is there pain, pressure, brain fog making everything feel fuzzy? Just notice. Notice your face. Your jaw might be clenched. Your eyes might hurt. Notice your neck and shoulders. These probably hold tension. Everyone's skepticism and doubt and questions create tension that lives in your body. Just notice that. Notice your chest. Is it tight? Is breathing shallow? Is your heart racing from anxiety about not being believed? Notice your stomach. Is it upset? Nauseous? Tied in knots from stress? Notice without needing to explain it to anyone. Notice your arms and legs. Are they heavy, weak, painful, restless? Notice your whole body, this body that's sick, this body that carries invisible illness, this body that looks fine but doesn't feel fine. You know what you're feeling. You don't need anyone else to see it for it to be real. You're here. You're in this body with invisible illness. And for tonight, that's all you have to do. Be here. Breathe. That's enough. Every invisible illness is different. Every experience of being disbelieved is unique. Every person carries this burden in their own way. So before we go further, I want to acknowledge the many different versions of invisible illness you might be living with. Maybe your illness is relatively stable. Maybe you have chronic pain or fatigue or dysfunction that's fairly consistent day to day. You know what to expect. You know your limitations. But that consistency doesn't make people believe you. They see you struggling every day and think if you were really that sick, you'd be getting better or getting worse. They don't understand that this is just your life now, this steady state of being unwell. That dismissal of your consistent struggle is its own kind of invalidation. Or maybe your illness fluctuates wildly. Maybe you have good days and bad days. Maybe you have flares and remissions. Maybe sometimes you can almost pass as normal, and other times you're completely incapacitated. And that variability makes people doubt you even more. They see you on a good day doing something normal, and they think you're fine. They think you were exaggerating before. They don't understand that chronic illness isn't linear. that you can be severely ill and still have moments of functioning, that your good days don't erase your bad days, that unpredictability is part of the illness itself. Maybe you have a diagnosed condition, but it's one people don't understand. Maybe you have fibromyalgia, and people think it's not real. Maybe you have chronic fatigue syndrome, and people think you're just lazy. Maybe you have POTS, and people have never heard of it. Maybe you have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or Lyme disease, or mast cell activation syndrome, or any number of conditions that are real and debilitating, but not widely known. You have a diagnosis, but that doesn't stop people from questioning it, from suggesting it's psychosomatic, from implying you just need to try harder. Or maybe you don't have a diagnosis yet. Maybe you've been sick for years without anyone being able to tell you why. Maybe you've seen dozens of doctors. Maybe all your tests come back normal, even though you're clearly not normal. Maybe you've been told it's anxiety or depression or stress. Maybe you've been dismissed and gaslit. And now, you don't even have a diagnosis to point to. You can't even say, I have X condition, because no one's figured out what's wrong. But you're still sick. The lack of diagnosis doesn't make you less sick. It just makes you less believed. Maybe your invisible illness is mental illness. Maybe you have depression or anxiety or PTSD or bipolar disorder or any number of mental health conditions that are just as debilitating as physical illness. But people treat mental illness like it's not real illness, like you can just think positive or try harder, like it's a character flaw instead of a disease. You're judged for taking medication. You're told to just snap out of it. Your suffering is minimized because it happens in your brain instead of somewhere people can see. That's cruel. That's ableism. Your illness is real. Maybe you're young. Maybe you're in your 20s or 30s, and people think you're too young to be sick. They think chronic illness is for older people. They see your age and assume you're fine. They expect you to keep up with your healthy peers. They don't believe someone your age could really be that limited. That ageism compounds the invisibility. You're doubly disbelieved because of your youth. Or maybe you're older and people dismiss your symptoms as just aging, as normal aches and pains, as something everyone deals with. They think you're complaining about nothing. They don't understand that what you're experiencing goes beyond normal aging, that you know your body and something is wrong. That dismissal, because of age, is just another form of invalidation. Maybe you're fat and people blame everything on your weight. Every symptom is met with, have you tried losing weight? Your illness is treated as your fault, as something you've done to yourself. Doctors won't look past your size to find what's actually wrong. You're moralized and judged instead of treated. That weight stigma makes invisible illness even more invisible, even more disbelieved. Maybe you're a woman, and medical professionals dismiss your pain, tell you it's hormones, or hysteria, or anxiety. Don't take your symptoms seriously. Make you feel like you're being dramatic. The gender bias in medicine is real. Women with invisible illness are gaslit more, believed less, given worse care. That's not your imagination. That's systemic. Maybe you're a person of color, and you face racist assumptions on top of everything else. Stereotypes about pain tolerance, less pain medication prescribed, less thorough investigation, less belief. The intersection of racism and ableism makes everything harder, makes you even less likely to be believed or helped. Maybe your invisible illness affects your work. Maybe you can't work full time. Maybe you need accommodations. Maybe you've had to go on disability, and people judge you for that. They see you looking normal and think you're faking to get benefits. They don't understand that you'd rather be working if you could, that you're not choosing this. That invisible illness can be just as disabling as visible disability. You face skepticism from employers, from the disability system, from everyone. Maybe you use mobility aids sometimes, a wheelchair on bad days, a cane when you need it, accessible parking, and people challenge you. They see you stand up from a wheelchair or walk without your cane on a good day, and they accuse you of faking. They think if you can walk sometimes, you're not disabled. They don't understand that disability is a spectrum, that ambulatory wheelchair users exist. That invisible illness means unpredictable needs. Their policing of your body and your aids is cruel. Maybe you look particularly healthy. Maybe you're conventionally attractive or fit-looking. Maybe you take care of your appearance, and people use that against you. They think you're too pretty to be sick, too put together to be struggling. They don't understand that many people with invisible illness try hard to look normal. That maintaining appearance is part of the performance. That looking good doesn't mean feeling good. Their assumptions based on your appearance are another form of invalidation. Maybe your invisible illness has cost you relationships. Friendships ended because people didn't believe you. Family members who think you're exaggerating. A partner who left because they couldn't handle your illness. People who drifted away because you couldn't keep up. That loss is real. That grief is valid. Invisible illness can be very isolating because people can't see what you're going through, so they can't support it. However your invisible illness manifests, however people disbelieve you, however you're invalidated, your experience is real. Your suffering is legitimate. You're not making it up. You're not seeking attention. You're not exaggerating. You're sick. And the fact that it's invisible doesn't make it less real. It just makes it harder to live with. Let's breathe again, because your nervous system is stressed from all the invalidation you face, because your body needs support even if no one else can see that you need it. Breathe in through your nose, slow and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A slightly longer inhale this time. Feel the air filling you. Feel your lungs expanding. Feel your belly rising. You're alive. You're breathing. Your body is working even though it's sick. Hold this breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel the pause. Feel the fullness. And exhale through your mouth. Long and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Longer than the inhale. Letting go. Releasing what you can. Again, in for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your breath is supporting you. Your breath doesn't require anyone's belief or permission. Hold for 5. Out for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With each exhale, imagine some of the tension draining away. Not the illness. The illness stays. But some of the stress of not being believed can soften. One more. In for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 5. Out for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're here. You're breathing. You're surviving another day of invisible illness. Now let's bring attention to your whole body. Let's visit each part with compassion and belief. Your body is sick whether anyone else sees it or not. Let's acknowledge that. Start at the crown of your head, the very top. Notice any sensation there, tingling or pressure or nothing. Move down to your scalp, the skin covering your skull. If you have pain, notice it. If you have brain fog, notice that fuzzy feeling. Down to your forehead. Is it tight with tension from constantly defending yourself? See if you can soften there slightly. Your eyes behind your closed lids. Are they tired, strained, sensitive to light in ways people don't understand? Acknowledge what your eyes experience. Your cheeks and nose, your mouth and lips. Is your jaw clenched from holding back words? From biting your tongue when people don't believe you? See if you can let your jaw be loose. Let your teeth part. Your throat. This might feel tight, constricted with unspoken frustration, with explanations you're tired of giving. Notice that tightness. Breathe gently into it. Your neck. This might be stiff and sore. Holding up your head while carrying the weight of disbelief. Notice your neck with kindness. Your shoulders, these faithful carriers of invisible burden. Your shoulders are probably tight. They're holding the stress of constantly proving yourself. See if you can let them drop just a millimeter. If they won't, that's okay. They're doing their best. Down your upper arms, your biceps and triceps. Any weakness there that people can't see? Any pain? Notice it. Your elbows, your forearms, your wrists and hands. Your hands that might hurt or shake or not work quite right. Your hands that look normal but don't feel normal. Notice each hand, the palms, the backs, each finger. Let them rest. Come to your chest, your ribs, your heart and lungs. Feel your chest moving with breath, your heart beating, your heart that's stressed from lack of validation, your heart that's tired of defending. Acknowledge that. Your lungs breathing. If breathing is hard sometimes, notice that. If your chest feels tight, notice that. Your upper back between your shoulder blades. This often holds tension. Notice it. Your mid-back. Your lower back. These might hurt in ways people can't see. Notice any pain or discomfort. Your belly. Your stomach and intestines. These might be upset from stress or from illness. Notice your belly with gentleness, your lower back and hips. Notice any pain or stiffness, your pelvis, your hips, these joints that might hurt invisibly, your buttocks where you're resting, your thighs, these muscles that might be weak or painful. Notice them, your knees, these joints that might hurt. Notice them, your calves, your shins, your ankles and feet. These feet that might not carry you reliably. Notice them with compassion. You've visited your whole body, this body with invisible illness, this body that's sick whether anyone believes it or not. You don't need external validation for your internal experience. Your body knows what it's feeling. That's enough. Let me tell you about what it's like to live with invisible illness, about the daily experience that people don't see and don't understand, because your reality deserves to be named and witnessed. Every day you wake up and assess. How do you feel? What can you do today? What's your pain level? Your energy level? Your function level, that assessment happens before you even get out of bed. Most people don't have to do that. They just wake up and go about their day. But you have to calculate. You have to plan. You have to figure out what's possible today based on what your body is doing. And then you have to decide how much to show. Do you tell people you're having a bad day? Do you push through and pretend you're fine? Do you ask for help and risk judgment? Do you use your aids and face questions? Every day is a series of calculations about disclosure and performance and risk. Maybe you go to work or school. Maybe you're able to function in public for certain hours. But that functioning is performance. You're using all your energy to appear normal, to keep up, to meet expectations. You're in pain or exhausted, or your body is misbehaving, but you smile and act fine because that's what's expected. That performance is exhausting. It takes everything you have. People see you at work looking normal, and they think you're fine. They don't see you collapsed at home afterward. They don't see the hours of recovery you need after pushing through. They don't see that you're operating at 30% capacity while appearing to be at 100%. They just see the performance. Or maybe you can't work. Maybe you're on disability or you've had to stop working, and people judge that. They see you looking healthy and think you're capable of working. They think you're lazy or gaming the system. They don't understand that invisible illness can be just as disabling as visible disability. That your body's limitations are real, even if they can't see them. Maybe you've learned to manage expectations. You say no to social invitations. You cancel plans. You don't commit to things because you don't know how you'll feel. And people get frustrated with you. They think you're unreliable. They think you're not trying. They think you just don't want to be around them. They don't understand that you're not choosing this, that you'd love to be able to make and keep plans, that your body doesn't cooperate. Maybe you've stopped explaining. You used to try to make people understand. You'd explain your condition, explain your symptoms, explain your limitations. But people didn't get it. They'd say, "But you look fine," or "Everyone gets tired," or "Have you tried yoga?" And eventually you learn that explaining doesn't work. People either get it or they don't. So now you just say, "You can't make it." You don't elaborate. You protect your energy by not wasting it on people who won't understand anyway. Maybe you've become very good at reading people. You can tell quickly who might understand and who won't, who's safe to disclose to and who will judge. You've learned to code switch, to present differently to different people. To your doctor, you emphasize symptoms, hoping they'll finally help. To your employer, you minimize symptoms, hoping they won't fire you. To your family, you balance honesty with not wanting to worry them. To strangers, you perform wellness entirely. You're constantly adjusting your presentation based on your audience. That's exhausting. Maybe you use social media differently than healthy people. Maybe you're part of online chronic illness communities. Maybe that's where you're honest, where you can talk about symptoms and share bad days and find people who understand. Maybe online is where you don't have to perform, where invisible illness becomes visible through shared experience. Those communities can be life-saving, but they're also a reminder of how isolated you are in the physical world. Maybe you deal with medical professionals who don't believe you. You go to appointments hoping for help and leave feeling dismissed. Doctors who say your tests are normal, so you're fine. Doctors who suggest it's anxiety. Doctors who tell you to lose weight or exercise more. Doctors who don't listen. Doctors who don't take you seriously because you look healthy. You've learned to be your own advocate, to push for tests and referrals, to bring research, to insist on being heard. But that takes energy you don't have, and it adds trauma on top of illness. Maybe you've had a few good doctors, ones who believe you, who work with you, who treat you like a partner in your care. Those doctors are precious, but they're rare. And even good doctors can't cure invisible illness. They can support you, but they can't fix you. You're still sick. You just have someone who believes you're sick. Maybe you use mobility aids sometimes and face constant questions. People ask what happened. They see you park in accessible parking and challenge you. They see you use a wheelchair or a cane, and then see you walk and accuse you of faking. You have to explain over and over that disability isn't binary, that some people can walk short distances, but not long ones, that ambulatory wheelchair users exist, that your needs fluctuate, that you're not faking, that you have every right to the aids you use, that explaining is exhausting, that their policing is ableist, but you do it because otherwise they report you or confront you or make your life harder. Maybe you've developed coping mechanisms, pacing, spoon theory, careful energy management. You've learned to prioritize, to save energy for what matters most, to rest before events, to recover after. You've become an expert at managing your limitations, but people don't see that management. They just see you doing something and think you're capable of more. They don't see the careful calculation that went into being able to do that one thing. Maybe you grieve regularly. You grieve the life you'd have if you were healthy, the things you'd be able to do, the person you'd be. You grieve on good days because they remind you of what you're missing. You grieve on bad days because you're confronting your limitations. Grief with invisible illness is ongoing. It's complicated. It's disenfranchised grief because people don't acknowledge what you've lost. Maybe you feel guilty constantly. Guilty for not being able to do more. Guilty for using accommodations. Guilty for asking for help. Guilty for existing in a body that's sick. That guilt is heavy. That guilt is another burden on top of illness. Maybe you doubt yourself sometimes, when everyone tells you you're fine, when no one believes you, when even doctors dismiss you. You start to wonder if maybe they're right. Maybe you are exaggerating. Maybe you're not trying hard enough. Maybe it's all in your head. That self-doubt is insidious. That's what gaslighting does. But then you remember your symptoms, your limitations, your daily struggle. You know what you're experiencing. You have to trust yourself when no one else does. This is what living with invisible illness is like. This is the daily reality that people don't see. The performance, the defending, the isolation, the exhaustion, the disbelief, the invalidation. It's brutal. It's its own form of suffering on top of the illness itself. Let's breathe together again. Because you need support, because your nervous system is overwhelmed, because breath is grounding when everything else feels unstable. In through your nose for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep and full. filling your lungs, bringing oxygen to your cells that are working so hard. Hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Present here. And out through your mouth for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Long and releasing, letting tension go. Again, in for 5. This breath is for you. This breath supports you regardless of whether anyone sees you need support. Hold for 5. Out for 7. You're here. You're doing your best. One more cycle. In for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 5. Out for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Feel yourself settling. Now bring attention to your chest and heart and throat, the places where the pain of invalidation lives in your body. Notice your throat, that tightness, that feeling of words stuck there, words you want to say but are too tired to say. Breathe gently into your throat. See if you can create space there. Your chest, your rib cage expanding and contracting. Notice your heart that's tired of not being believed, your heart that's exhausted from defending. Place your hand over your heart if you want. Feel it beating. This heart that knows you're sick even when no one else does. Acknowledge that. Notice your lungs, these organs breathing automatically. Notice the back of your rib cage, your sides, all of it holding your heart and lungs. All of it working even when people can't see the work. Breathe into your chest one more time. A full breath, hold it, and release slowly. Maybe a little of the tightness releases. Maybe. Now let me talk about what you've actually lost to invisible illness. Because the losses are real, even if people can't see them. You've lost being believed. That's a fundamental loss. The loss of having people take your word about your own body. The loss of being treated as a reliable narrator of your own experience. People doubt you constantly, question you, interrogate you. You've lost the basic respect of being believed when you say you're sick. That loss of credibility is painful. It's isolating. It makes you doubt yourself. You've lost ease in relationships. Every relationship now involves calculations about disclosure. Do you tell them you're sick? When do you tell them? How much do you tell them? Will they believe you? Will they leave? Relationships that should be simple are complicated by invisible illness. Some people can't handle it. Some people don't believe it. Some people are supportive. But you still feel like a burden. The ease of just being with people without your illness being a factor is gone. You've lost spontaneity. You can't just say yes to things. You can't just do things without considering your body. Every decision involves assessing your symptoms, your energy, your capacity, planning ahead, building in recovery time. The ability to just live freely without constant calculation is gone. Healthy people don't realize what a privilege spontaneity is. You've lost advocacy energy. You spend so much energy defending yourself, explaining yourself, proving yourself that you're exhausted. Advocacy for your own needs takes everything you have, and you need so much advocacy. With doctors, with employers, with family, with the disability system, with strangers who question you. It's relentless. That energy could go to living, but instead, it goes to justifying your existence. You've lost the benefit of the doubt. When healthy people say they're tired, people believe them. When you say you're tired, people think you're lazy. When healthy people cancel plans, it's fine. When you cancel plans, you're unreliable. Healthy people get grace. You get skepticism. That double standard is exhausting. That lack of basic trust is painful. You've lost medical care you deserve because doctors don't believe you or don't take you seriously. You don't get proper treatment. You don't get pain management. You don't get thorough investigation. You don't get the care you'd get if your illness were visible. That denial of care is medical discrimination. It's ableism, and it makes your illness worse. You've lost fitting in. You're neither healthy enough to keep up with healthy people, nor sick enough to fit in with visibly disabled communities sometimes. You're in this liminal space, too sick to be normal, not sick enough by others' standards. That in-between space is lonely. You don't fully belong anywhere. You've lost privacy. Your body is constantly scrutinized. People monitor whether you're really sick enough, whether you're using aids appropriately, whether you deserve accommodations. Your body becomes public property for judgment. The privacy of just existing in your body without commentary is gone. You've lost dignity in many situations, being questioned about accessible parking, being challenged about your aids, being told you don't look sick, being forced to prove your illness, being subjected to ableist policing. Those experiences are humiliating. They strip dignity. You shouldn't have to defend your right to exist in a sick body. You've lost opportunities, job opportunities, because you can't work full-time or need accommodations. Social opportunities, because you can't keep up. Life opportunities, because your illness limits you. And people think, because your illness is invisible, you should still be able to do everything. They don't see how much you've lost. And the feelings about these losses are complex. You're angry at the ableism, at the medical gaslighting, at people who should believe you but don't, at a society structured for healthy people. That anger is righteous. That anger makes sense. You're sad about what you're missing, about how hard everything is, about being alone in your struggle. That sadness is grief. That sadness is valid. You're exhausted, exhausted from the illness itself and from having to prove the illness, exhausted from performing wellness, exhausted from fighting for basic respect. That exhaustion is profound. You're lonely, isolated in your invisible illness, unable to fully connect because people can't see what you're going through. That loneliness is deep. You might feel ashamed, even though you shouldn't. Ashamed that you can't prove your illness. Ashamed that you're not sick enough by others' standards. That shame is internalized ableism. It's not yours to carry, but you carry it anyway. All of these feelings are legitimate. All of these losses are real. Invisible illness takes things from you that people don't see. But the losses are still losses. The pain is still pain. Let's breathe again. Because you're carrying so much. Because your body and mind need support. Breathe in through your nose slowly for 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really filling yourself. Feel your belly expand. Feel your chest rise. Feel the air filling your lungs. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale through your mouth for 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Long and slow, emptying completely. Releasing tension. Again. In for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your breath is supporting you. Hold for 4, out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With this exhale, soften what you can. One more. In for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're breathing. You're here. You're surviving another day of invisible illness. Hold for 4. Out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're doing this. Now, let's give your body attention. Let's release some tension because these places hold the stress of invalidation. Notice your shoulders. Where are they? Probably up near your ears. Take a breath and pull them up even higher. Hold that tension. Feel it intensify and release. Let them drop. Do that again. Up. Hold, drop. One more time. Up, hold, drop completely. Notice if they feel any different. Your shoulder blades. Draw them together toward your spine. Hold. Feel your chest open and release. Let them settle. Your jaw. Open your mouth wide. Stretch it. Hold and close gently. Let your teeth rest apart. Let your tongue be soft. Let your jaw be heavy and loose. Your whole face. Scrunch it up. Squeeze your eyes. Wrinkle your nose. Purse your lips. Make your face as tight as possible. Hold it and release everything. Let your face be soft. Let your forehead smooth. Let your eyes rest. Let your mouth relax. Your hands make tight fists. Squeeze. Feel your fingernails pressing into your palms. Tighter and release. Open your hands completely. Stretch your fingers wide and let them rest. Turn your palms up if you want. Let your hands be open and soft. Roll your wrists gently. Small circles one way, then the other. Move your ankles the same way. Little circles, and settle again. Scan through your body. Notice what shifted. Notice what's still tense. Don't judge it. Your body is doing its best under constant scrutiny. Tomorrow will come. You'll face another day of living with invisible illness. Another day of navigating a world that doesn't believe you. Tomorrow morning, you'll wake up and assess your body. That automatic calculation of how you feel and what you can do. You'll decide whether today is a day you can push through or a day you need to rest. You'll decide how much to disclose and to whom. You might go to work or have responsibilities. You'll perform wellness if you have to. You'll use your energy to appear normal. You'll come home exhausted from the performance, and no one will see how hard you worked just to appear fine. Or maybe you'll stay home. Maybe you need a rest day, and you'll feel guilty about it, even though you shouldn't. Even though rest is medicine. Even though your body needs it. You might have medical appointments, more trying to get someone to help you, more hoping to be believed, more fighting for care you deserve. That fight is exhausting, but you'll do it because you have to. You might face challenges from people, questions about your parking, comments about how healthy you look, dismissal of your limitations. You'll have to decide whether to educate or ignore, whether to defend yourself or save your energy. Those constant microaggressions add up. You'll make decisions about disclosure, who to tell, how much to say. You'll weigh the risks and benefits. You'll protect yourself by controlling information. That's survival. This week, you'll continue managing your invisible illness, pacing yourself, resting when needed, pushing when you can, defending yourself when challenged. It's a constant balance, a constant effort. This month, you'll keep surviving. Some days will be better than others. Some days you'll feel more believed than others. But mostly, you'll just keep going. Keep living with illness that others can't see. Keep doing your best with a body that doesn't cooperate and a world that doesn't understand. The path forward with invisible illness isn't about acceptance or healing. It's about survival and self-advocacy. It's about trusting yourself when others don't. It's about finding community with people who understand. It's about protecting your energy. It's about doing what you need to do to survive even when no one else gets it. You'll keep fighting for medical care, for accommodations, for respect, for basic belief. That fight is ongoing, it's exhausting, but you'll do it because you have to, because you deserve care and respect even though your illness is invisible. You'll keep managing relationships. Some people will show up. Some will understand. Those people are treasures. Others will drift away or disappoint you. That's painful, but you'll survive it. You'll build your circle with people who believe you. You'll keep learning about your body, what it needs, what helps, what makes things worse. You'll become an expert in your own illness, even if no one validates that expertise. You'll trust yourself because you have to. No one else is in your body. You're the authority on your experience. You'll keep finding ways to cope, to pace, to rest, to accommodate yourself, to give yourself what you need, even when the world doesn't. That self-care isn't selfish. That's survival. You'll have moments of connection with other people with invisible illness, with medical professionals who get it, with loved ones who believe you. Those moments will sustain you. They'll remind you that you're not alone, even when you feel alone. You'll keep living, keep finding joy where you can, keep building a life around your limitations. It's not the life you'd choose. It's not the life you planned, but it's your life, and you're doing your best with it. You will survive this, not because it gets easier, but because you learn how to carry it. You learn how to exist in a body that's sick in ways people can't see. You learn how to validate yourself when others won't. You learn how to keep going even when it's hard. You'll survive because other people with invisible illness survive. Because you're not alone even though you feel alone. Because millions of people live with illness that others can't see. This is your community now. They understand. They believe you. They know. Let's breathe one more time. Because you've been holding so much. Because your system needs support. Breathe in deeply for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fill yourself completely. Feel your lungs, your belly, your chest. Hold for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Long and releasing. Again, in for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This breath is for you and you alone. Hold for 6. Out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice if you feel calmer. One final cycle. In for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're breathing. You're here. You're surviving. Hold for 6. Out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're doing this. You're going to be okay. Not because people will suddenly believe you, not because invisible illness will become visible, but because you'll keep surviving, because you'll keep validating yourself, because you'll keep going. That's not tonight, though. Tonight is just rest. Tonight is just being here. Tonight is not having to perform or defend or prove anything. Tomorrow will come. You'll face it. But that's not now. Now is just this moment, this breath, this quiet, this rest. You're not alone. So many people have invisible illness. So many people understand what you're going through. You're part of a community that believes you, that sees you, even when others don't. Your illness is real. Say it to yourself. My illness is real. My pain is real. My exhaustion is real. My limitations are real. I am sick whether anyone can see it or not. I am not making this up. I am not exaggerating. I am sick, and that's enough. I don't need anyone else's validation. I know what I'm experiencing. That's enough. Now let's settle your body for rest. Let's give every part gentleness and care. Start at the crown of your head, the very top. Notice the skin there. Invite it to soften. Move down to your scalp, all the skin covering your skull. Breathe into it. Let it soften. Your forehead, this expanse that furrows with frustration at not being believed. Smooth it gently. Let it be soft. Your eyebrows, let them rest neutrally. Your eyes behind closed lids, let them rest back in their sockets. Let them be heavy. They've seen too much skepticism. Let them rest. Your cheeks, your nose, your lips. Let there be space between them. Your mouth, your tongue, soft inside. Your jaw, let it be loose. Let your teeth part. Let the joint soften. Your ears, your whole face is softer now, still carrying what it carries, but softer. Your throat, front, sides, back. Notice the tightness. Breathe into it. Imagine space. Imagine softness. The back of your neck. Tender. Soft your whole neck. Let it rest. Your head is supported. Your shoulders. These carriers of invisible burden. Your right shoulder, top, front, back. Roll it back. Let it drop. Heavy. Your left shoulder, same. Roll back. Drop. Let both be heavy and low. Your right arm, upper arm heavy, elbow soft, forearm relaxed, right wrist, right hand, palm, back, each finger to the tips. Let your right hand rest. Your left arm, upper arm, elbow, forearm, left wrist, left hand, each finger, both arms resting, both hands still. Your chest, breastbone, ribs, feel them moving with breath. Your heart beating. Your heart that knows the truth even when others don't. Thank it. Your lungs breathing. Thank them. Your upper back between shoulder blades. Breathe into that space. Soften. Your mid-back. Your lower back. Muscles along your spine. Let them soften. Your belly. Your stomach and intestines. Let your belly be soft. Let it rise and fall with breath. Your sides, your waist. Soften them. Your pelvis. Front, back, sides. Your hips. These joints. Invite them to soften. Your buttocks. Let them be soft. Your groin and genitals. Notice, breathe, release. Your right leg, right thigh, front, back, inner, outer, heavy. Your right knee, soften. Your right calf, rest. Your right shin. Notice your right ankle, roll it. Your right foot, heel, arch, top, sole. Each toe. To the tips, relax. Your left leg, left thigh heavy, left knee soft. Left calf relaxed, left shin supported, left ankle. Roll it, left foot. Each toe. Both legs resting, both feet still. Your whole body from crown to toes has been visited. This body with invisible illness. This body that's sick. Whether anyone sees it or not. You know what you're feeling. That's what matters. Let it rest now. Breathe. Just natural breath, in and out, the rise and fall. That's life. That's enough. You're breathing. You're here. That's enough for tonight. Rest now. Let your eyes stay closed. Let your body be still. Let your mind wander if it needs to. You don't have to force anything. Just rest. Just be here. You're safe right now. In this moment, no one is questioning you. No one is doubting you. No one is demanding proof. You can just be sick. You can just be tired. You can just be you. The night will pass. Morning will come. But that's not now. Now is just this moment, this breath, this quiet, this rest. You have invisible illness. That's true. That will be true tomorrow. You can't change it. You can't make it visible. So for now, just rest. Just breathe. Let yourself stop defending for a while. Sleep might come, it might not. Either way is okay. Rest is still rest. Lying here quietly, breathing, letting your body be still, that's rest. That's valuable. You're going to survive this because you've been surviving it. Because you know how to live with this even when it's hard. Because you're stronger than you know. Not the toxic kind of strong, the real kind, the surviving kind. You've made it through this day. You've made it to this moment. You can make it through this night, one breath at a time. Let yourself rest now. Let yourself drift. Let your thoughts slow. Let your breath deepen. Let your body settle. You can rest. It's okay to rest. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to defend anything. You can just rest. Sleep is welcome if it comes. Let it come. Sleep is escape from having to explain. That's a gift. Take it. Breathe. Keep breathing. Your breath is your anchor, in and out. Simple, essential. Just keep breathing. You're going to make it. You're surviving invisible illness. You're doing it even though it's hard, even though no one sees. You're doing it. Rest now. Let yourself rest. You've done enough. You've survived another day. That's enough. You're enough. Just rest. Breathe. Sleep. Rest. Let go. Soften. Be here. Be safe. Be held. You're going to be okay. You're going to keep surviving. You're going to keep living with invisible illness. Until then, just breathe. Just rest. Just be. Sleep now. Rest now. Let the night hold you. Let the darkness be gentle. Let your body rest. Let your mind quiet. Let yourself drift. You're safe. You're here. You're breathing. That's enough. Just breathe. Just rest. Just be. Sleep. Rest. Breathe. You're surviving. You're here. Rest now. Sleep now. Just rest. Just breathe. You're okay. You're going to be okay. Rest now. Sleep. Breathe. Rest.